Hi guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah. Why was I cold this morning? Now it's hot. Like, what is going on? Wait a minute, can I hear myself? Hello? Okay. Alrighty. Ooh. All right, it's now 4:02 Central Standard Time, 5:02 Eastern Standard Time, and the market is closed for an hour. We're switching over to our last trading day of the week. When market opens back up, it will start with Friday's candle. All right, so since we had all that news this week, I believe that's why the market has slowed down. We got a whole bunch of consolidation here on this dollar um, at this fair value gap, which is normally what we do want to see. We want to see rejection at the gap or consolidation. In this case, we got both. Let's see. All right, so my direction is still on the upside for the dollar. Let's look. US 30 straight consolidated today on our the high of our weekly range. Straight consolidation. USD CAD, it's moving on up. Ugly, but for sure moving on up. And I think I'm about to take this off of my watch list. It's just a lot of wickage. It's real ugly. I don't know. We'll see. EU came to my 50% and rejected. Excuse me. Just what I wanted to see it do. I'm in a little bit of drawdown, but I am going to hold. Now, the weird thing about that is GU looks like it's still trying to continue to push up. So I don't know. We're going to let it play out during Asia, and I will come back tomorrow NY session, and then we'll see what happens. SPX looks like it's trying to make its way down. The move definitely for me tomorrow is buying from this gap. But tomorrow is Friday, and let me see. Weekly. I'm gonna remark this up because I think I marked up the monthly 50% and weekly. I'm just gonna mark up the weekly. I want to see if we're above or below the 50 cent mark. Did I say 50 cent? 50% mark. All right, so price did close above that 50% mark. All right, so price did react to this fair value gap right here. And I want to see another reaction at this one. Something like come down and then wick up and close below, and then let's continue this buy. All right, so I did enter this on demo, and price came to the entry point, which was here, this fair value gap right here. I don't know, I don't think I was looking at this at the time, and then I caught this little retest right here. So TP is 50% of this gap, and then I have a buy limit set there. I really wasn't messing around with GJ. I'm letting GJ do whatever it do. I wasn't messing with gold either. I'm done with those for the week. Alrighty, so that was just our quick little market recap on the pairs that we trade. I actually, since I have some free time, I want to see about some others to the watch list. Why am I straw all the way over here? What in the world? Why is it bent like that? I just want to drink some water. Okay. All right, we got that. I had UJ on here. UJ was messy. AU moved slow, but that might be what we need. It's pretty clean most of the time too. But let's just go through all of these. Let's see what happened this week with the weekly CRT. And let's see if we can promote any of these pairs. All right, let's start with UJ. I had UJ on here, and I took it off because of all of the weekend, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to remark that one up. Actually, I am. I want to see what I missed because I was in the buy. Excuse me. And then price turned around and hit stop loss. So clearly, we're going for this gap. Look like the start of a trend line. Okay. So we got on the monthly. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. My son got uh, VR for Christmas, and that's all he wanted to do. I was trying to make sure he finished his homework because he'd be so quick to hop up on that. All right, so we got this line right here. This is 50%. I'm going to change this color. 50% of a fair value gap. Let's make that blue. You can't see it now. Okay. We'll make it pink because my zones are black. All right, so what I do is mark up the high and the low of the weekly. I trade Romeo's weekly CRT range and ICT concepts. And I don't know what I was doing because I'm already looking at this and I can tell that it hit 50%. Why didn't I take profit? Hmm. What happened? Yeah, this definitely hit 50%. Uh-oh. I might have marked up the wrong candle this week. Because what in the world? Now everything pink. Let's change to black. Hindsight is 2020. Y'all know that saying, right? But in trading, you have to have some foresight. Like you have to be able to know what's going to happen in order to make money. It's too late when it already has happened. It's too late. Okay, where did we start off this week? Monday, Sunday was. Why is there no calendar right here? Here it is. The 12th. Okay, where is the 12th? 14 Monday. It definitely was given downtrend all week. How sway? I don't know. But just because I remarked this, I guess I'm not going to take this off of my watch list. That was human error. Okay, so Sunday. Friday gave us this big down push. This was our high from last week. All Sunday, it like Sunday and Monday messed around on the 50% of this zone. Monday, Tuesday, I'm not seeing any good entries until here because I look for fair value gaps for my entries. And this was Wednesday. And I've been noticing with this strategy, the entries are on Tuesday or Wednesday. Although I missed US 30 entry, oh, that was perfect. Although I missed US 30 entry on Monday. Why do I keep doing that? There's a short position. Oh my goodness. High and TP here. It's gonna come here. It ain't made it yet, but it's gonna come here. That's a fair value gap. A 4 to 1 that I missed. I don't know how. This also was another good entry. What day was this? Wednesday, Thursday. This was an entry today. It makes a difference when your chart is marked up correctly. I don't know how I didn't mark my chart up right, but today it gave 2 entries. One at 1:35 this morning, another at 8:30 this morning. And that would have been, okay, it's coming to this line, I already know. 113 hits. All right, pat on the back for missing that. Mm-hmm. Okay. We won't cry over spilt milk. Let's see what happened with AU this week. AU came back and filled in this big gap today, making it look like it's making its way back on up, which would make GU right and me wrong on EU. Okay. Let's mark it up. All right, so AU is moving on down. Definitely in a big downtrend on the monthly. We just swept monthly lows, last month's lows. So that's another reason why it's moving on up. Hold on one second. Let me look at EU. Yeah, it swept last month's lows too. Okay. Let's see. Weekly. All right. And we swept our weekly low. This would have been a good trade too. Okay, so Sunday, I don't know a time yet. I'll let y'all know by Friday, but we're going to come back on Sunday. Definitely do all of our markups on Sunday and then wait on our entries during the week. So I trade weekly CRT plus ICT concepts. So that is marking up the high and the low of the weekly candle. And then 50% of the weekly candle. And this just gives us accurate zones to work from. So instead of support and resistance, we're using highs and lows. And then you just use these similar to how you use support and resistance. But I add in fair value gaps. All right, so there's a gap right here, which would look like price hit perfectly. Yep. Last week. I'm not going to leave that there because it's no longer relevant. All right, so Sunday the 12th was where? All right, Sunday. Friday, we ended with this big push down with that big gap. Sunday gave us our Sunday to Monday gave us our move outside of the zone. Also our gap to look for an entry on. And this is an inversion. Once price got on top of this, we could have gone to the smaller time frame. I'm kicking. I had a great week. Don't get me wrong. I had a great week. The pairs that I did mark up, all of them hit TP except for one, and I went over that in the last video if you want to go back and look at that. But I guess this is probably where greed is kicking in. because I'm like, let's mark up every pair. Let's do it, guys. Let's trade everything. I am gonna keep everything on my watch list though, and I'm gonna mark it up, and we're gonna watch it. So whoever wants to trade whatever pair, they can trade whatever pair, right? So this was our hourly fair value gap. Price got back on top of it over here, and like it consolidated. Then we finally got some kind of breakout. Price broke above these highs and left us a little gap here. So this would have been the ideal entry. But then I see that price came back on Tuesday, which I said I noticed when I backtest this. Entries, you get multiple entries on Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday. This came back to this gap right here. And hit it 3 times. 7 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, and 9:10. 50% of the zone is always RTP. I put stop loss here. Majority of the time, stop loss will go below the candle that made the gap. But since we had like this little tiny pullback here, I put stop loss here. And because there was another gap right here, you just never know. This was a 7-1. It took a day to play out, 50 pips. Okay, AU, I see you. I see you. And now we just playing around on 50%. And the way that it spiked up and left this big gap here, see, it played because if I did trade AU, right, and I wanted to get back in with this big gap, and then price came back and retested the 50 and then left, and then came back, what? And then it left these equal highs right here. Why are you playing in my face like that? So that's definitely telling me that that wants to go higher and that I should close out of my sales on EU because I'm just failing myself. I'm not getting another trade this week. All right. Yeah, that was nice. Oh, and that was even prettier on the hour. That was perfect. Let me see. That was another thing I was saying that just leave my entries on the hourly. Set my limits. Okay, so limit right here on the 50%. Stop loss down here below this candle. And it was a 7-1, turned to a 8-1. 53 pip TP with a 6 pip stop loss. Like, you can't beat Romeo CRT and ICT concepts. You can't beat it. Hold on.
Awesome!
USD CHF. All right, let's see. So this looks like consolidation to me, right? We haven't made a high. We haven't made a new low. We've made equal lows and equal highs here on this monthly. Price has already ran last month's high. Okay. So price could potentially be moving on down. We're sitting in an order block. But none of that is really important to me for my markup purposes. This hit TP, I'm looking at it already. I know this hit TP because I can just tell about the 50% at this point, like with my eye. And what I say, 50%. And it's playing around on the 50% right now. So Fridays, I believe, is supposed to be like reversals. But I'm to the point now to where I don't want to scalp. I don't want to trade every day. We're gonna get on here on Sundays. We're gonna mark up. We're gonna come back Monday, New York session, see if we can find an entry. If we can't find an entry, we'll come back Tuesday, New York session. I'm not entering anything during Asia. Tuesday, New York session. Sometimes London session hits, but with looking at AU, that was a 7 o'clock entry, a 8 o'clock, and a 9 o'clock entry. So, I don't think I'm gonna wait until 9. Think we'll do New York or we'll do Sunday evening. We really don't even have to do Sunday evening for markups because it would be better if the market is closed. I'm thinking. Okay, Saturday markups. Every week I'll let you know what time. I don't want to stick to a time because it is a Saturday. But every week we'll do Saturday markups and then we will come back Monday at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because let me see. Well, what time was the hourly entry? This entry was at 7 a.m. I don't want to miss a move, right? I'm thinking. Because that was 7, then it came back at 8, and a little pullback at 9. Before the live is over, I should have times, for sure times. Okay, so this was our weekly markup. I do like to come look at the other time frames just to see if there are any fair value gaps or inversions or order blocks, which, to be honest, I really don't look at order blocks like that. Order blocks or what is it when the order block has traded through and then came back? It's similar to an inversion, but for order blocks. I really don't look at those. I look at inversion and fair value gaps. All right, so let's see on this hourly. Monday did what it was supposed to do. It traded outside our range, gave us a gap. Price pulled back to the gap, but it don't look like it did. Oh, and this was a price balance range. You got an inversion and a gap together, even better. Even better. This is another reason why we want to stay looking on Monday. Okay, so this happened at Tuesday at 7. Come on now. 7 o'clock. I'm getting excited. Every time I back test and find something new, it excites me. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be here right at 7 and then miss something, right? So, y'all pray for me and wake me up in the morning. Who gonna call me? my sister friend Taylor should call me, but she called me at 7, and it looks like we need to be up at 6. We need to be up at 6, sister girl, because I have a 15-step skincare routine that I have to do first. It's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous, but I want glass skin, okay? I'm sorry I'm being rude. I got an email. Okay. That was perfect. There was some really perfect trades this week. And yet again, I'm setting limits. I don't want to do anything uh market entry. So Price gave us these gaps on Monday. Okay. So it looks like for sure Monday evening I want to come and look for entries and set my limits. This was a 3-to-1, and we could also have tighten it up. I messed that up. All right, so instead of this high, we could stick to the candle that our gap is on, right? And made that a 7-to-1. Nicely. I am geek. Y'all don't even know. It's just January, guys. The money that we are about to make, we us collectively. My only thing is YouTube is delayed. So you will have to enter my Discord to get the signals. And I'm going to open my Discord up and take the price off of it and do my Discord for free. So I am going to put the link to my Discord in my YouTube bio. And then if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, the link to my Discord is there also. All right, so NZD USD looked like we had some little triangle pattern right here, right? Price broke out to the downside. Price tried to give a false breakout up there. This is what we have. Right? Price coming down. We have a baby gap right here. Did price feel that? Let's see. Almost. It didn't hit. You see that? So eventually we do want to see price continue down to get that. I already know with Trump in office, the market is going crazy on Monday. The market is going crazy on Inauguration Day. Now, I think the banks are closed. And if the banks are closed, we will see if the market is still going to move or if it's going to ramp up during Asia session. Asia session. Okay? So we're going to be live for that, for sure. All right, so I'm not going to keep that triangle pattern. It doesn't help me. I just know what's going on, right? Just from looking at it. All right, so we ran these monthly lows and didn't quite. Did we? Let's mark it up and see. It looks real close. Trying to see if we ran the weekly low. It looks like we did. Oh, we did. So it ran the weekly low and it hit TP because I can tell it traded back in 50%. There's another gap. Y'all gonna see me switching back between the rectangular box and the fib to get my 50%, right? And you know what? I could use the Gann fib box, right? There's 50% on there. But they all give me the same result, so use whatever you want to get that 50%, but 50% is TP, so it is important and it shall be marked up. Okay. And as you can see, it hit 50%. Let's go down to the hourly. Let's see if there was an entry on the hourly. Price barely came out, but it came out on Monday. So Friday, Sunday always finishes. Another thing I've been noticing, Sunday always finishes last week's move. If the move didn't finish, right? It either finishes last week's move or it starts this week's move. And all the ones that we've been looking at, it has finished last week's move, right? So Sunday and then a little bit more on Monday. Now, then we got all of this consolidation, price turned around. Now, what we would have looked for, I definitely would have set a limit right here because this is a price balance range. Price never came back here. Price never came back here. So then right here on our other gap, price came here. But just looking at this, it wasn't enough. I don't think this was enough pips. Right? What time did this happen? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on Tuesday. That's 7 in that 8 o'clock range. It's looking real sweet. Okay. I mean, the risk to reward, makes sense. It's a 4-to-1. It's 29 pips. And it took 19 hours to play out. I mean, the risk, as long as it is a 1-to-2 or higher. But with this strategy, I think I'm gonna change it to a 1-to-3 or higher. I don't know, but I'm just talking. We'll see. So now we're playing around at the 50%. Price came up to this pretty nicely. Price came up. Oh, and inducement. We're gonna holler inducement. Price fell short. No. Let's see if price is gonna continue. This NU moves so freaking slow. NU and AU. But this might just be something. Right? But tomorrow's Friday, so take it at your own risk. I'm not doing it. But this might just be something. It's definitely gonna be something that you're gonna have to hold through the weekend. but that might just be something. I'm gonna leave that there, and we'll see what happens when I come back on Sunday. Okay, AJ running all these lows, running all the lows. Let's see now. All right. We ran the monthly high and definitely hit the monthly 50%. Let's see. All right. So it looks different on the weekly. Looks like we hit the 50%, but I'm not sure. Looks like it could have fell short. Okay, and I'm also seeing that price hit this gap. That's what sent us down last week. All right, mark the low and the high and my 50%. It came so close. I would have been hurt. And at this point, EJ was the only one that cooperated. Did I remark GJ? EJ was the only one that cooperated. I think these JPY pairs might have to go. They might have to go. Like, because why did you do that? Why did you play in my face like that? I'm upset like I really was in the trade. I wasn't in the trade, but still so close, like 4 pips away. I'm trying to get it right on the line. 4 to 5 pips away. And then come all the way down. Okay, so let's see. Where did this happen? As you and another one, like Friday, Sunday finishing the move, Monday giving us our liquidity run and coming back in. Now, what I am noticing right here off the back, we don't get any kind of entry or gap on the hourly besides this inversion here. So this would have been another one of the ones where you had to go down to the lower time frame and wait for price to get on top of this. This was a hater. Let me see. Okay. Now, price already came into this gap, but it was such a strong gap, it respected it again and then fell. So there would have been a possibility that, you just take it to the gap and don't take it to the 50%. That's always an option because you never know if it's going to trade through the gap or if it's going to react at the gap. So even if we would put the gap as a TP, entry there, stop loss here or here, let's say even if you put it right here, it was still a good 1 to 2. 93 pips. 93 pips is great. It's great. I don't even want to mark up Euro GBP. Euro GBP is a pair that will play in your face all day long. Look at this consolidation. And it's nice to know what kind of trading market that you're in, right? This has been consolidating for forever. 3,164 days. 2016, right? So much Wix. It's not to say that it's not tradable because this is a big zone. Wait, let's start all the way up here from this high to this low. Uh-oh. To this low. Over 1,300 pips, right? That's a big zone. So you can trade it. It just, it just does something to me. And looking at this already, this wasn't a valid, there was no valid entry for this one. Oh wait, looking at the wrong week. This week. Still don't look like there was a valid entry, but let's see. Let's see if it gave us an entry to take the buy. Consolidation. That was last week. 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, Friday. All right, so still giving us the same thing, right? Last week, Thursday, Friday, price is coming to finish this move. We did trade out, right, which is a requirement. And then we came back in and we made a gap right here. This might have been a stop loss hit for me. Because with this gap right here, I say I would have had a limit. But we didn't have any kind of break of structure. Break of structure would have been all the way down here. So no, I wouldn't have had a limit. The only entry for a valid trade was here on this gap when price came back to retest. And this was 8 o'clock Wednesday, and now it's playing around Thursday. TP would have been back here at equal highs. It's not doing right. This, I don't like Euro GBP. Delete. All right, Euro odd. You need something? Okay. Consolidation also for forever. 672 days. It's been in here since 2023. Like I said, we can trade consolidation. It's 1,000 pips. We can trade consolidation. You just have to know if you want to or not. This hit TP. All right, let's look at it. It's last week's candle, last week's low, last week's high. $50 of the range. Let's come down to the hourly, see if there was any kind of entry on the hourly. Monday. All right, so this was Friday. Sunday, price came back to the gap. Monday, we came back. Sunday, okay, this is Sunday. We came back. this wouldn't be valid because price never traded outside the range. Price didn't trade outside the range until over here on Wednesday. Right? All right, so price traded outside the range here on Wednesday, and we got a nice big pushback up to the upside, and it went straight for TP. The other TP was here. They pulled back and gave an entry Thursday this morning at 4, and then again at 11. The 11 o'clock would have been the better entry. See if price is actually going to come up here and finish because it rejected, but it's pushing back up. So definitely believe that it's coming back up. Stop loss below the candle with the gap. It's a 3-1. Yeah. Okay. 57 pips. It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. GBP CAD on the hourlies and a bunch of ugly looking consolidation. It was in consolidation for forever right here in this area. Then price finally broke some lows, ran all of that liquidity on the monthly. Ran all of that. I mean, dropped. This is probably the lowest low 2022. And now it's trying to push its way up, push its way up. It ran that. We're somewhat sitting in this FVG. This one right here. Right? Price is sitting on that. All right, so let's go into our weekly. So this, I'm not sure if that hit TP. I'm not sure what that looks like. If it gave us an entry for the sell or what. Oh yeah, it definitely gave an entry for the sale. Just looking at on the 50 in this gap right here. Well, that's Thursday the 2nd. Where we at? Where we at? That's the 6th. That's the 7th. Oh, maybe it didn't. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, this is last week's candle. It didn't even. Wednesday. Where is the 12th? Oh, this whole week was just consolidation. That wasn't even worth trading. So Sunday it gave us this gap. Price traded back up and then closed below the gap. On Monday, came back on Tuesday, but it wouldn't have hit the TP that I would have set. Okay, wait a minute, I'm on a 2 hour. Still don't matter. It wouldn't have hit what I would have set. What it would have did was hit stop loss because highs above the candle that gave us the gap. Definitely not putting highs above here because that's not even worth it. That's way too far. And then TP would have been here at the equal low. It gave out some pips now. That's 109. Gave out 98 pips, but it wouldn't have hit my TP. And I'd have been mad. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so what were we saying? GBP cat. Excuse me. Uh, yes, Joe. All right, sorry about that. All right, so GBP cat, yeah, I wouldn't even had. I would have entered the trade just because it's a 5 to 1, but it would have hit stop loss. It would have hit stop loss instantly. Even though it's 18 points, it'd hit stop loss. This over here, whatever day this was, that was nice. But I think I'm gonna delete it. That was a nice entry. What was this? December. It's been dropping since December. I'm not gonna trade GBP cat. I'm going to. I don't know. Let me not. Let me not. It looks real trendy. It's really trendy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. It trends really well. I'm gonna leave it. I just don't know why it didn't hit take profit. Let's see. On the daily. Okay. I guess it's because it ran this slow and then turned back around. And then I'm not even gonna say why it didn't hit take profit because it really wasn't a valid trade, right? So for this to have been valid, I don't even understand how we was nowhere near the zone. Oh, that's why. I marked up the wrong week. Okay, because I'm like, why is it so far from that zone? This was last week. Okay, now let's see if there was an actual trade. Right off the bat, we can just tell it never came to 50%. But what did it do? Friday, it consolidated all week. Yeah, this wasn't a good pair to trade this week. There was no clear direction or movement. Now, with today being Thursday, like I said, I'm not getting into anything because tomorrow's Friday, right? I'm not gonna do it. But and then these zones won't even be valid anymore for next week, so I'm not even gonna say that. This wasn't a good week, but I am gonna leave GBP cat up here because just looking at it, it trends. It trends hard. Look at that. uh, 18 days, 481. Then it turned back around, went up, turned back around. Like, yeah, you got this little, it has this little consolidation moments with what pair doesn't, but it doesn't look like Euro GBP. I'm going to keep that. All right, let's see. All right, so the monthly one on Euro CAD is playing out, the monthly CRT. And it looks like the weekly has played out. Let's see. SPY low is right at 50%. So if it didn't hit today sometime, it should hit tomorrow for the week is over because it's right there. I don't see as to why it wouldn't. Give us what we looking for. Beautifully too. Let's go down to the hourly, see where the entry was right off the bat. I know it's this gap right here on a Wednesday. Let's see. When I tell y'all, look at Friday. Drop NFP. Sunday completes the move. Monday, we turn it around in the opposite direction. This was our liquidity. Price came up. Tuesday, came back and retested. This right here would have been the first entry when it retested on our low. And then for a more, I guess, secure, I don't know. Always looking at that gap. Thursday, 8 o'clock. That was today. That was today. If I would have been marking up charts, trying to actually look for a trade other than just on the ones, looking on the ones that I was looking at, we'd have caught this. That's nice. Now, the low would be here because this is our candle that created the gap. This is an inversion. Price came back through, retested that bad boy, let us in. It is a good 2-to-1. And then, of course, when price wicked away from that, you can move your stop loss up under there. And that made it a 13-to-1. EuroCAD look nice. You know what? EU and GU. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say I was going to take it off my list, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not taking nothing off my list. The point of this is to give us more options. If we miss a trade, we catch another one. What they say, girls is like buses. Miss one, next 10, another one coming. No, I don't believe that about women. But these trades, for sure. For sure. You miss one, it ain't gonna be another 10 minutes, but you miss one, there's 50 more to look at. All right, GBP odd. Let's see what we got going on. Need some old zones. All right, looks like price is moving higher and higher. Higher and higher. All right, we're still inside this monthly's candle. All right. Well, we got consolidation, we got breakout to the upside, and price is here now in this gap. So we should continue higher. Hit that nicely. But for this week's trade, let's see what happened. Price definitely didn't hit 50%. I want to see if this was a break, retest, take lower. And I'm actually going to put this back on here because this would be this gap would be a target for TP. This is why I look at the other time frames, looking for fair value gaps just to see if it's going to disrupt our regularly scheduled program. Also sick of Amazon. We found something you may like. Stop recommending me stuff. I got enough stuff I like. Okay, last week's candle. it? Okay. All right. This was Sunday. Friday. Monday. The only entry that I know I would have been interested in was here. Price never came back and touched it. It just continued to fall. I don't even see another. There's an inversion here, but I don't really like how I look. Because my stop loss would have had to been up here. And let's see. If it's a 1 to 2, then it's a go, right? And it wasn't a 1 to 2, so nope, that wouldn't have been a good trade. So GBP didn't give anything. Let's see, do we want to take this off? We're not going to take this off. It's a trending pair. Trends nicely. We'll keep that on the watch list and we'll mark it up Sunday, see what happens Sunday. I already want to, I'm deleting AuCAD. It's too many wicks. I don't like how this looks. But golly. It's a trending pair. It's just making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Okay, so shut up, here. We're not gonna take that off. Let's see. It is very wicky though. It's super wicky. This hit TP. This hit TP. It hit monthly TP. Let's see. Was there anything on the weekly? It didn't sweep any lows or the highs on the weekly. But it did hit monthly TP. Let's see. For sure, hit the 50%. Would I have caught it? I'm not sure because, although I do look at all the time frames, I'm not sure if I would have marked up the monthly over the weekly this week. Let's see. What day did it sweep? Okay, on Sunday it swept. This didn't hit TP. That's at the 50% from another day. So yeah, no. Nope. This would have gave us nothing because it didn't follow our rules. It didn't sweep a low. It didn't sweep the high. It stayed inside the range. I am going to leave AuCAD on here because it looks like it trends nicely. Trends real nice. Like, real nice. Real nice. It's wiki, but all of them are. Some more than others. So there wouldn't have been a trade on that. CAD JPY. All right. Monthly. I just want to see if it would have gave us sell setup, and TP would have been here at this gap. All right, we'll mark the high and the low of the week before. Give us our CRT zones. And 50%. All right, what day? This was Monday. This was Friday. Sunday. Monday. Monday did come outside and hit this little gap right here. Right on the head. What time? Monday, 5 o'clock. When I caught it, I'd have been asleep. I would have been asleep. Let's see, what time did it pull back? 7. We could have possibly caught that. Let's see what it looks like on the lower time frames. Where we at? Okay, we got us a nice little gap right here. Okay, that could have been a possibility. And since the entry is so close to the low, my stop loss would have been down here. 4-1. That was nice. CJ, that was nice. Entry for the sale here on a Wednesday. We got this little gap right here and this 50%. And it came down to that weekly gap that we saw. CJ handed out some pips. What does it look like on the hour? I'd have definitely expected price to come back into the balanced price range before falling. But this how powerful the 50% is. GBPCHF. Hold on. Well, that gives out some nice moves too. It's been consolidating for a while, but this is a big range. This is a big range. Yeah, 200. 240 pips. It's a big range. I had a mentor one time, which they really weren't my mentor for long. After they told me to stay away from certain pairs and leave it alone because it's consolidating. I was like, but it's a 600 pip consolidation range. You don't think I can get 50 out of that at least? And within the whole range, like, come on now. As we can see, it's just going from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. It's a big old range. 200 points, 200 pips. I can get 50 easy. 100 easy. All right, let's see what happened this week. Now, this is the kind of consolidation you want to stay away from. What's this range? Although it fell all the way right there, it's mainly staying within this little area. Oh, this is still not bad. It's 184. Okay. All right. It doesn't look like this followed the rules for the trade. Mark the high, the low, and 50%. Okay, let's see. That song has been stuck in my head. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. All right, Monday we did trade outside of the range and come back in, right? But inside of the range, we don't really have any gaps. We have this inversion, which price disrespected right here. And then price came back and like did a little retest. It's just consolidating right here. There was no real trade that I would have taken this week. But I am going to leave it on the list. GBP NZD. I'm gonna delete this. I don't want this on the list. That's a nice, trend and that too, but all of this, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna delete. Odd CHF looks beautiful. All right, so we're in a range here. 14 days, not bad. It's not giving any pips though. Let's see. Let's see if I want to take this off. It's been selling for forever. It's not bad. It's trending nicely. How long did it take for this to play out though? And technically hasn't even fully played out because TP would be down here at the low. Okay, TP would be here. I see this gap. I see you. All right, 28 days. This is a daily. Let's just see what happened this week. Oh my gosh, forgive me my ear. Forgive me. Where mine? Where's mine?
You said you wanted a White Castle thing.
There's no more. What? Huh? Okay. This one gave a trade. It didn't run a high or low. We'll see how this moves as the next couple of weeks go by. If I want to keep it or not. Okay, it trends nicely. This wouldn't have followed the rules, but let's mark it up. We wouldn't have had a trade on this one. Might have spoke too soon. Okay, that was Friday. Monday, we came outside the range. Monday again, there's got to be a gap or something beneath. But the way that closed up in there, yeah, would have found something out. My only thing is, it wouldn't have hit TP, but this would have been another situation where we're going to be cautious of our gaps, and bam. Okay, so let's go down to a lower time frame. Let's see what we have for an entry. Oh my goodness. What do we have? I don't see anything here. Okay, right here. In this balanced price range. But this would have been the better entry. I'm going to mark them both up. Balanced price range could have been an entry. Because we knew it was coming back to fill that. Entry would have been here. It played on this for a long time. Entry would have been here. TP at 50% of that hourly gap. Stop loss here at this low. 6 to 1. Nice. Now, this would have been patience for real, because the entry was here. TP here. Well, I guess that took 17 hours. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. And then price drop. Price is in a downtrend. The sell gave out more pips, but we're not looking for the trend. We're looking for the reversal plays. just when you see it trending, it just knows that it's nice. It's gonna give out some pips. Why is she barking? Kaya, Kaya, where's she at? Where's she at? Come here, Kaya. Come here. Man, what's the matter? She got food in her bowl, right? Thought you gonna try to bite me because I'm trying to pick you up. Say hi again. Say hi, people. Say hi. Okay, let's see. Don't like that. Okay, thank you. She didn't change the chart. I think we were here. We were here. Euro. No, where were we? Okay, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got 6 more left. Uh-oh. What'd she just do? Hello? Oh, no. Hello? Hello? Oh, my. Okay. Glad it fixed itself. Okay, let's see. What happened this week on Euro NZD? Oh, we had a TP hit. I'm loving. This is, back testing the week and then getting us prepared for next week, right? Did I leave that up on CJ? I forgot to see what time. What time was the entry? Nope, I didn't. Okay, let's see. Euro NZD weekly. Price playing around on this gap that was in here. All right, price ran the lows. Oh. All right, let's go down to the hourly. Let's see what we got. All right, so price ran it on Tuesday. Here's our entry. Look at that wick. Gave us this gap on Tuesday. See that? Price came back in and gave that gap. Let's mark up 50%. Price hit 50% perfectly. This is where my limits be coming in. I need them to act right, okay? Now this didn't play no games. No games. Went straight to TP. Like, it ain't never looked so pretty. And it was a 6-1 because stop loss goes below that candle. That was nice. Okay, Euro NZD is definitely staying on the watch list. I'm in awe. That was pretty. Oh, entry time. 8 o'clock Tuesday. It's being very stable between 7 and 8. So, yes, 6:30 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll have to be on here. Tuesday. All right. Let's see what happened with NZD CAD. We can see it consolidated this week. All right, we ran this monthly low. Let's see. All right, this wouldn't have met our requirements to enter a trade. It might have. It looked like it ran it. Nope, that looks equal. But let's see. Yeah, it looks equal. But it might, I mean, any little bit, right? Any little bit of coming out of the zone works. Let me fix this. Kaya, ma'am. All right, let's go down to the hourly. Let's see what we got. It came out. It ran liquidity. Sunday, Monday. We got an inversion here, and we got a baby gap here that price never came back to. We got some equal lows. I don't see any entries on the hourly. Let's come on down. There's our gap. To the T. That's all I need. That's all I need. CRT and ICT gaps. Set that limit. What day was that? Okay, so this one happened Monday. Oh, no. Take her outside, y'all. Come on. She gotta go. She was using her potty pad right there. There's no pad on the floor. I saw that girl sniffling and circling like, not my carpet. Not my carpet. It sounded like she tried to squat downstairs too on the way out. Okay, stop loss here. And this little pullback right here. Stop playing. Stop playing. That happened on Monday. Another entry here. That's Monday. This hit before Tuesday. This is why I said I have to mark up on Sundays, because I missed US 30 because it played out on Monday. And then the rest of the week, it just consolidated along the 50. It just moved back and forth right here. That was nice, though. What we got now? Euro, CHF. All right, trends nicely. It looks like we're in some consolidation down here. And TP would have hit. TP would have hit. Is today Friday? No, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. All right. Monday we came out of ran the lows, ran all the liquidity. This for sure would have been my first entry where I would have been looking for an entry. Price didn't come back here. Price went straight to TP. Straight to TP. So would have missed that. Because even with this gap, it didn't even hit this gap until after hitting the 50%. Let's go down to a lower time frame, see if there was another entry. Yeah, nothing for me, at least. It was gone. But that's what happened with EU. EU did me dirty too because it did not come back to my gap. And we had a whole price balance right here, price balance range. Dirty. Euro pairs looks like they don't be wanting to follow the rules. But it's cool. We don't trade it if it don't follow the rules. Okay? Alright. 3 more and we'll be getting off. Okay. We'll see. Just looking at all of this, I'm like, I mean, but it's respecting these gaps, though. It's respecting the gap, so I respect it. All right, so we ran the monthly. We're definitely some consolidation. We ran the weekly, and I'm just looking at this. I can tell price hit TP. So let's see how. What would we have been looking for? And if it would have been worth our time, because we want a 1 to 2 or higher. You know, looking at how these currency pairs rocking, I was never a currency pair person, right? Indices, because I call myself being a scalper. I was doing good scalping, but I realized that it's not for me. I'm to the point now where it's not for me. I'm to the point, especially with discovering when my mentor introducing us to, well, somebody in our group. Our mentor didn't introduce it to us, but somebody in our group, shout out to Rex, inside of Tracy's group. You can find him on Instagram, CSGO. Shout out to Certified Traders. Taught me a majority of what I know with ICT concepts. But now discovering this, I don't want to scalp anymore. I want to catch the longer moves, and I want to get my risk to reward together. So like I said, if it's not a 1 to 2, I don't want it. I don't want it. All right, so as I said, Friday, Sunday, Monday finishes last week's trade. And this is exactly what's happening. Sunday, Monday finished this trade. Monday we came on out. Tuesday, ultimate entry is rejection from the zone of the low, right? I always still want to look for a gap, me personally, but this did what it was supposed to do. Not once, but twice. Tuesday at what's 21? So 8, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then again Wednesday at 4 in the morning. I wouldn't have caught that, right? I wouldn't even have thought to put a limit here because I'm not looking during Asia and I'm not getting up during London, right? So then we had all of this 5. This was the entry. This was the entry they would catch, but 5 o'clock 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Gave us our entry, gave us our gap, what we looking for. It gave us what we looking for. So let's see. I'm only taking it to the 50. Price can do whatever it wants. If it comes and fills the whole range, kudos to it, right? And it's a 4-to-1. It's only 16 pips, but it's a 4-to-1. 16 pips on a one lot is $160. 16 pips on $1. It's $16, right? It's more than what we had. It would have been a $4 loss. It's solid. It's solid. All right, CAD CHF. Ugh. Consolidation. Let's see, how big is the range? 174 pips ain't bad. Oh, excuse me. We've been in this consolidation for a long time. Okay, not really. Just August of last year. We've seen worse. We have seen worse. We got some equal highs going on over here. And then we got a gap right here. So eventually, yeah, I want to see if CAD is going to be moving on up to the east side, okay? All right, looking at this, I can already tell we did not hit TP. Possibly tomorrow. I don't know. But it looks like it's moving in the direction. Oh, it did hit TP. I stand corrected. Well, correct me, Cat, baby. Cat said she ain't come to play either. She gonna give you what you're looking for. No, like nicely too. This was another one. Monday came out, ran our liquidity. Price came back in, reacted to this gap, came back and retested, and then dropped. And yet again, Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Tuesday, 10 o'clock. I'm going to come down just because I want to look for a gap. And look at that. As soon as I go to the 15-minute, I spot that gap. Bam, baby. Balance price range. Baby. These are the entries that we want. Oh, this got me so hyped. Y'all, next week is going to be popping. Sell limit. What time was that? Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Okay. I already knew once price came back and did all of this on Tuesday, just to wait. I mean, possibly would have got in here, but wait for those gaps. Wait for those gaps. Stop loss at the high of the candle that created the gap. A 7 to 1